Absolute chaos erupts in Washington as thousands of furious U.S. farmers storm the Capitol, waving banners, chanting in unison, and demanding immediate action after a devastating collapse in a major international trade deal leaves America's agricultural backbone shattered. In a move that blindsided both policymakers and the American public, 5 of the biggest agribusiness corporations in the nation have officially abandoned the U.S. market, pulling out operations overnight, sending shockwaves through the rural economy and Wall Street alike. What's unfolding right now isn't just a protest, it's a full-blown crisis, fueled by broken promises, political betrayal, and financial devastation. And the most shocking part? Washington saw it coming and did nothing. The trade deal, which was supposed to secure U.S. exports to key international markets, collapsed in the final hour as foreign leaders walked out, citing American protectionist policies and unstable leadership. Now, corn prices are plummeting. Soybean contracts have been canceled. Cattle producers are defaulting. And families who farmed their land for generations are losing everything, while CEOs pack their bags and relocate overseas. But it doesn't end there. Leaked memos from Capitol Hill reveal that U.S. negotiators knew the deal was failing weeks ago, yet kept the public in the dark to protect investor confidence and prevent market panic. It's an outrageous betrayal, and it's why angry farmers from across Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, and the Dakotas have descended upon D.C., demanding that Congress resign, calling it an economic assassination of rural America. In one emotionally charged scene, an 83-year-old farmer held up a photo of his father's field, now being auctioned off to foreign buyers. "They sold us out," he cried. "They left us to rot." Meanwhile, the 5 companies walking away from the U.S., including 2 major seed distributors and a billion-dollar food processor, have already inked deals in Brazil, China, and India, where labor is cheaper and environmental regulations are far looser. And here's the twist no one's talking about. One of those companies received U.S. subsidies just 3 months ago. That's right. Your tax dollars helped fund a corporation that just ditched American workers. And this isn't just a rural issue anymore. Major shipping routes are clogged. Rail lines are idle. And small towns that rely on agricultural exports are seeing banks foreclose on homes, trucks repossessed, and schools unable to pay teachers. Economists now warn that this may trigger the largest rural recession since the Dust Bowl. Behind closed doors, the Biden administration is scrambling, with some insiders calling for emergency tariffs and bailouts, but experts warn it may be too little, too late. This failure has already created a power vacuum in global food markets, with China rapidly filling the void, cutting America out of long-standing supply chains. In fact, satellite data shows Chinese cargo ships docking at ports once dominated by American grain. And here's the part that should terrify everyone. Pentagon analysts are raising alarms that America's weakened food export position could become a national security threat, giving rival nations leverage over our economy and allies. And guess what? In the midst of all this, politicians are pointing fingers, corporate lobbyists are vanishing, and the American people are left picking up the pieces. The truth is, this wasn't just a collapse. It was a calculated failure. A slow, quiet bleed that exploded into a national emergency. And now, millions of lives are hanging in the balance. Will Washington act before more farmers go bankrupt? Or will this historic betrayal go down as the final chapter of America's agricultural dominance? The world is watching, and rural America is done being silent. Stay tuned for continuing coverage, and subscribe to our channel to stay informed as this breaking story develops, because the truth is, what's happening to farmers today could happen to truckers, manufacturers, and every working American tomorrow.